YouTube Nation, what is up? Eagles Truth here with you. Alright, so I'm really late with this video, but I woke up a little late today. Well, early by my standards, but late by yours probably. And got the news that the Eagles traded Jordan Matthews along with a third-round pick to Buffalo for cornerback. What is it? Rodney Darby. Rodney Darby? Rodney Darby, right? Something like Oh my lord. His name doesn't just come to me. Why? Because I didn't know who he was. No clue. I feel stupid now because, you know, when I read up on what he was, I realized he was Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2015. It's tailed off a little bit since then, but is an above average cornerback. Above average, solid, good, whatever word you want to use. Like, he's not great. I'm not saying he's a Richard Sherman. I'm saying, like, he's good, above average, whatever. So I'm like, I probably should have known who he was. But it's the Buffalo Bills. I don't really pay attention. I know Sammy Watkins, well, remove that name from the list now. But you know, I knew Sammy Watkins, Tyrod Taylor, LaShawn McCoy. I feel like there's probably another one I should know. But I don't know a lot of Buffalo Bills. They're one of those teams that it's like they don't exist, you know. So I didn't know. I didn't know. Initially I was like, they traded Jordan Matthews. They really did it because I've been hearing all off season, whether it's chatting on the message boards at PhiladelphiaEagles.com or listening to people on the radio or whatever. Following reporters on Twitter that the Eagles were trying to shop Jordan Matthews. And I never got it. I was like, why? Why? We had a really bad receiving core last year. Really, really bad. Like, it was probably worse than what McNabb had to work with James Thrash and Todd Pinkston. You know, remember those guys? Freddie Mitchell? But at least those guys kind of... It was almost comically bad last year. You know what I mean? So, like, I would probably put that worse than what even McNabb had to deal with. And that's saying something, because McNabb never really had great receivers until, like, 2004. But we were really bad last year. But Jordan Matthews was our only competent receiver last year. Yeah, a drop here and there, which was like, Jordan. But he was decent. Now, I'm not saying he was number one, but I'm saying like he was our only competent receiver. He was the only competent player from a very weak group. Next offseason, you trade him. He's got a connection with Wentz. Him and Wentz have a rapport. They're best friends. I don't get the thinking. I don't, and I never got the thinking. And I know we got Alshon Jeffrey, but he gets hurt a lot. I know we got Torrey Smith, who's veteran savvy, but how much is he going to offer you? I still don't know. Mac Hollins looked good in preseason. Marcus Johnson's been opening some eyes in camp. They say Aguilar is like doing better, but until it's proven on the field. So I was always against it. I was always like, this is stupid. Why aren't the Eagles trying to re-sign him? The dude, I've never seen anyone except maybe Carson Wentz, who, by the way, did you guys realize he was the first player on the field of both teams during the preseason game last night? I mean, I'm not surprised, but I am, because positive stuff about him just keeps coming up. Like, as an Eagles fan, I couldn't be more proud of our quarterback. This includes over Donovan McNabb. You know, I've never, from a player and a person, I've never been more proud of who our quarterback is. But let's get away from Wentz for a second. But Jordan Matthews with the work ethic, the leadership, always good positive sound bites, and just probably one of, if not the best slot receiver in the league. So I'm like, why would you not even try? Because I guarantee you, if as long as you were close, he would probably take less money to stay here. And he's nothing but a good role model for the younger receivers. Why would you not? I don't get it. I don't get it. I told every fan on the message boards, like, it's stupid. It's so damn stupid. Why? You're hurting the wide receiver core. Something we were trying to build up. I know people are going, well, you have Alshon, you have. It's even without Jordan Matthews, it's still better than it was last year. Well, maybe I want the rich to be richer. For once. Have a plethora of guys. So anyway, I get, and then the third round pick on top of that. We don't have a second. Now we don't have a third. I do think we have like 3 fours. So maybe, and one of those fours. One of those fours could get turned into a third if I think Rowe in New England pans out or does something. I don't even know, but I want a Kyle Fuller. That's what I want. I wanted Fuller. I want us to trade something for Fuller. Probably would only take like a 4th or 5th or something like that. Now, I didn't know who Darby was, so I looked at it, and I'm Googling him. I'm researching everything I can about him. I'm looking at highlights. I'm just everything I can find out about the guy. Seeing what other people who are more knowledgeable than me know about it. Sorry, it's getting dark in here. I don't know what the heck happened. And come to find out, like I find out he's an above average cornerback, was defensive rookie of the year in 2015, all that stuff. The more I think about it, the more I'm okay with the move, and that scares me because that's always what happens with me. That's always what happens with me. I always toe the company line after a while. I'm real irritated in the moment, but then I come around to it. Why? Because that's the fan in me that wants to be positive, that wants to believe in my birds, that wants to, you know what I mean? So I'm a little nervous about how I'm starting to toe the company line about it now. I'm a little nervous about that. But the more I look at it, the more I do understand. What if we had Darby? That's his name, right? Darby. I keep wanting to say Dobby. I keep wanting to say Dobby from the house elf. Harry Potter. Keep wanting to say Dobby. Darby? Is it Darby? If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I had the name down and everything a little bit ago, and I start the video, and now I'm like all flustered. But if we had Darby on this team, and we traded for Jordan Matthews, just player to player, I'd probably be more upset. And that's what makes me feel like, okay, we did give a 3rd round pick, but you got to think Jordan Matthews is on the last year of his deal. There's no guarantee he's going to re-sign with Buffalo. So from Buffalo's perspective, hey, we need at least something, so you kind of understand. But if we had Darby on this team and we traded for Jordan Matthews, forget the 3rd round pick, just straight up, I'd be upset. I would be upset. Mostly because now we're left with crap at cornerback, and we had some people for because Mac Hollins last night. Now I've never seen Jordan Matthews give a powerful stiff arm like that necessarily, but that looked very Jordan Matthews-esque, how he caught it and just went around. You know what I mean? I'm thinking okay, and he's got better hands, way better hands. So I'm and he's probably faster than Jordan Matthews too. So I'm probably okay. They say a lot about Aguilar. We'll see. Maybe the slot's right for him. Marcus Johnson's supposed to be pretty damn good in training camp. I was excited to see him play last night. Didn't get a chance. So it was all right. I'm more down for it now. I'm more down for it, and not so much am I down for it. I looked at this team. And after coming to grips with it, I think it's just because I like Jordan Matthews and what he meant to Wentz and what he meant to the team, his character. No, I think that's a lot of what it was for me. But I look at this team, just starters. Because look, you can sit there and talk about depth all day, but no team is going to have Pro Bowl players at every position and legit starters on the depth chart behind every position. I guess it's not like that. So I'm just going to look at the starters, the guys that are going to suit up. And I look at this team, and dare I say there's one, maybe two spots out of all 22 players on offense and defense, 11 each, all 22 players, there's maybe two, one, maybe two, that I'm like, And that's Jalen Mills at one of the cornerback spots. But he's going to be replaced by Sidney Jones next year. And maybe Jason Kelsey. Now, he did make the Pro Bowl last year. I'm assuming it's on reputation because he's he's athletic. On run plays where he can get out, like he's really good that way. But he's also, an undersized center that can get pushed back a lot. So I don't know how you feel about that. You can sit there making a case, well, Torrey Smith is one of your outside receivers. And I don't know who you got in the slot. It's either going to be Mac Hollins, Aguilar, Marcus Johnson. Two of those are like rookies and one's Aguilar. So you can make the case here or there. But what I'm trying to say is that there's not look at the Giants, their offensive line. Their running back, Paul Perkins, they're saying good things about him, but he has to prove it. Their running game was shit last year. And their pass protection, their offensive line in both ways, pass protecting and run blocking, is shit. Look at Dallas. Take your pick of that defense. Their offense is nice. Except for Zeke Elliott in the first 6 weeks. Anyway, take your pick of that defense. Sean Lee, all right, but take your pick of that defense. And the Redskins, you look at the Eagles. Their roster is very balanced, and I like that. Good quarterback. I think he's going to be a top 5 quarterback. Not this year, but at some point in his career, he will be noted basically around the league, kind of like a consensus as a top 5 quarterback at some point in his career. He's that good. He's gonna be elite. I cannot see him failing at that. I can't. That's not just Eagles bias. I really believe Wentz is the real deal. Better, and I've been saying it over and over again, not just because of Cowboy hate, but I think he's better than Dak Prescott. I do. I think he's got it all. He really does. I don't know. And last night kind of showed. Now it was only 4 passes. There's only 1 drive in the first preseason game. I get it. But the way he showed it, he wasn't just sitting back there having the time and then complete passes. He was under duress. I'm sorry, but go watch that game. The Packers defense was not playing like it was preseason. They were blitzing and it was going against what people usually agreed not to do. So I don't know if Doug knew that they were we're gonna bring it because we want to see our guys blitzing and stuff. I don't know if Doug was aware of that or if it just caught him off guard or what. But Packers were coming, man. So we still scored a touchdown. But by the way, Packers fans were bitching they were beating me up we beat you. I'm like, you beat us in preseason. Did the Patriots just lose? I forget who they played, but didn't they just lose? I think the Browns just beat somebody. Come on, it's preseason. Final score don't matter. As soon as I knew Nick Foles wasn't going to play, I knew we were going to lose. Because honestly, it's basically whoever has the better backup quarterback. Usually is the team that wins. And our backup didn't play, so it was McGloin and Evans. 2 guys that aren't going to make the team. So when Wentz was in, he went boom, 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 touchdown. Anyway, and it sure as hell didn't look like a vanilla defense, by the way. But anyway, so yeah, I got way off, didn't I? So yeah, I'm on board. I think bringing in Darby, it rounds out our roster really well. Now Mills is playing good. So when I say that, there's 1 or 2 starters out of the whole 22 that's it's probably not doing him justice because he has been having a decent camp and he played very well last night, but he is a 7th round pick from last year, so it's and he was rated as the worst cornerback last year. I don't see that. And it's by Pro Football Focus. I don't see that. I did not see him as the worst corner because he did have some downs, yes, but he had some ups as well. So I thought he played better than McKelvin. Beals McKelvin. I thought he played better than him. But I even thought at times he played better than Nolan Carroll. So I don't think he was the worst cornerback in the league last year. But whatever. The Eagles really could compete for this division. They really can. They're good enough. They're complete enough. There's just, on paper, there doesn't seem to be a glaring weakness anymore. Now, that's not to say that both of our cornerbacks are all pros or anything. It's ridiculous. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, there doesn't appear to be a glaring weakness on the entire team right now. And you can't necessarily say that about any of the other NFC East teams. And I think that's fair. I know I'm an Eagles fan, but I think that's fair to say. It's just some of their strengths are big time strengths. Do we have a big time strength? I think our defensive line could be. Just saying. Our offensive line could be, although they did not show that last preseason game. Now, Brandon Brooks didn't play, and that was where a lot of the rush was coming from, was from the middle, so that guard position. So, we'll see. All right, guys, I'm out. Was not on board when I saw it. Was never on board with trading Jordan Matthews, but the more I think about it and realizing what we got back and everything, like, it makes sense. It makes sense. And what would be really badass is if he goes to free agency anyway, and then we sign him back. That would be pretty badass. But anyway, I'm out, guys. Peace.